Epic Games has been trying to file a lawsuit against Apple for many years now on Apple's take on 30% of the revenue of their app, which is just insane. I did not even know that until now. But they've been trying to find a way to do it legally for years. It's kind of ironic in a way that a company that has made its money, all of its money, really off of the back of Fortnite, which is a game about battling others, is now taking another company to battle, if you will. It's just kind of funny. But yeah, anyway, so it looks like they found a way to do it with the help of Microsoft, Meta, X, and Spotify. And so we have an article here from TechSpot kind of discussing what exactly has been going on and the inner workings of all that and how exactly they are planning to move forward with this lawsuit. It says Microsoft, Meta, X, and Spotify file legal brief supporting Epic Games' fight against Apple. Another chapter in the Apple versus Epic saga. I didn't even know this was really going on. It's crazy that I did not even ever heard about that. So what just happened? It says Epic Games has for years been fighting against Apple's policies that require developers to pay the tech giant up to 30% of their revenue on every purchase made through the App Store. Now, Epic has found legal support from some of the biggest tech companies in the world, including Microsoft, Meta, Spotify, X, formerly Twitter, and Match Group. The aforementioned companies have reportedly filed an amicus brief. I don't even know what that means. The aforementioned companies have reportedly filed an amicus brief in the Epic versus Apple case, stating that the latter was in clear violation of the court injunction forcing Apple to enable third party payment options in iOS. According to their filing, Apple made it intentionally harder for iOS users to use cheaper means to pay for digital content. Epic Games CEO Tim Sweeney had clearly blasted Apple for what he claimed was the firm's malicious compliance with the requirements of the European Union's Digital Markets Act. According to Sweeney, Apple was forcing users to choose the illegal Apple App Store exclusivity or be saddled with anti-competitive junk fees on downloads and Apple taxes on payments processed by third-party platforms. It is also kind of funny that Epic Games, the people who were trying to get everybody to go over to their platform via exclusive deals and things like that, is now complaining about exclusivity with Apple. But anyway, to each their own, I guess. So you can kind of see that I guess it's just been news that I just never even heard about. I'm not even sure. Let me know if you guys had been following this because I didn't even know about it until I read about it this morning. That this has been going on for a while. I mean, does it surprise anybody though, really? I mean, that these companies are trying to penny pinch where they can, maximize profits. I mean, that is unfortunately the one downside of capitalism is, or one of the downsides of capitalism anyway, is that it just incentivizes people to just maximize profits. And so when you have that, naturally all of this corruption and stuff will just kind of eventually come to the surface. So, I mean, it's really not surprising to me at all that Apple has been trying to do this and has been doing it successfully, it looks like, for a while. And so I'm hoping that they find some resolution with this for sure because, yeah, up to 30% is just insane. It's no wonder why Apple's stock just keeps going higher. Well, all these tech companies just keep increasing in market cap. Well, then again, there's also inflation and stuff too. But yeah, it's not exclusivity has always been something where it's been like it really just hurts the consumer more than anything. I mean, obviously, because it just is forcing these companies to charge even more to make up the profit, and then also they're trying to make money and Apple's trying to make money, so it just keeps stacking up to just more and more of a cost to the consumer. And so yeah, it's unfortunate, but it doesn't really surprise me in the least. It says the bad blood between Apple and Epic Games started several years ago when Epic complained that the Cupertino was allegedly violating U.S. antitrust laws by requiring consumers to download apps exclusively through its app store and charging developers up to 30% commissions on every transaction. Epic finally sued Apple in 2020 after the tech giant removed Fortnite from the App Store in retaliation for Epic receiving payments through third party payment processors. Apple was subsequently compelled to allow developers to accept payments through third-party channels following the ruling by the U.S. District Court of the Northern District of California. I mean, yeah, it's like if they don't want to charge you, then they don't have to, or have to be charged by you. I mean, of course they're going to allow people to use third parties if you're charging them more money than they could make somewhere else. I mean, it's just common sense. And it's again, it's just the inner workings of all these big companies. I mean, they're just battling it out. It's a battle royale up there at the top. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It also goes on to say, while the ruling was binding in the US, the EU's Digital Markets Act also forced the company to offer third-party payment options in Europe. Additionally, the DMA regulations stipulate that Apple must allow its customers in the EU to download apps from alternative digital stores. However, Apple has since announced that it will charge a 27% fee for app publishers processing payments through third-party platforms, leading to howls of protest from developers around the world. They are trying so hard to get all the money from anybody, it seems like. They just cannot seem to... they just can't seem to stop trying to just make money in any way they can by exploiting anybody. Let me know what you guys think about all this. I had no idea this was going on at all until just recently. Doesn't surprise me at all. I wish they would be more consumer friendly. I realize they're trying to make money, but there's ways to make money while also being considerate of the consumer. Because I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it's hurting these companies, but it's hurting the consumer more than anything, because it's forcing everybody to pay more and more to keep up with everybody charging each other more on these platforms and stuff like that, which is just ludicrous. I mean, everything's going up enough with inflation and the absolutely absurd spending that we just keep printing money. So, but that's another topic for another time. Anyway, if you liked the video, make sure to leave a like, and I hope to see you guys around. Peace.